Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Spill the Tea Tarot, and today we are going to do a collective reading on what you need to be wary of. So, so this is a topic that I wanted uh, to read for because I felt that the collective uh, needs to actually be a little bit vigilant into about certain things, and that's what I intuitively felt. And so this is the reading. Without further ado, I'll begin the reading. Okay, and if this has appeared in your feed, do hear it out and see if it resonates with you, because it if it is in your feed, it definitely has something to do with you or has some message for you. Okay, so let's begin the reading. What I'm tapping, the people that I'm currently tapping into, you are about to come into lot of wealth, and it's going to be sudden wealth. Okay, so hear me out. This wealth is yours. This is not anybody's. This is your karma. This is basically this is basically your soul's inheritance. What is that? If you're unaware of that, I'll just explain that term. It's almost like you have, as souls, we do good things, we do bad things, and um the good things that we do actually accumulate as good karma, and then it translates into abundance that we attract. In the physical world, wealth is one of the many translation or manifestation of abundance in the soul, and you are about to come into that abundance right in this moment, as I am seeing this, or as you are tapping into this and viewing this video. So whenever this video appears in your life, it definitely means that there's some shift that's happening in terms of your finances. Now, what I'm seeing here is that people around you are not, obviously, we know no matter how much someone claims to be your friend, even family members, no matter how much they claim to be for you or wishing good for you, how much ever people say that, they don't really mean it. And what I'm seeing here is that there are people around you who are very miserly or live from hand to mouth. Why do they live from hand to mouth? Is because that's what uh, they have done. How do I put it into words? It's almost like, imagine some businessmen, very shrewd businessmen, but they pay their employees very little, right? They pay their employees unfairly, and that has translated into them also not having their empires flourishing or growing. They have a very small business, or the business is constricted, or even if their business looks or appears big, they are not they are not abundant, because abundance is also a mindset. They might be very uh, the word that I can only get is miserly. So they are very miserly people around you. Be wary of those people when you get your hands on this new blessing. Okay, whenever you get your hands on this huge blessing that is coming your way, then it's huge, like it's freaking huge. Be very wary of these people. The first message that is coming through is, now this is the background, this is the tone of this reading, that you are getting some huge blessing, and there are miserly people around you, and you need to be careful of them. And I'm really sorry about the fireworks in the background, if at all you are able to hear that. But anyways, let me continue. So first thing is that. Secondly, what you need to be very wary of is that you don't announce your blessings. Okay? Do not tell a soul about these blessings. If you're hearing this and if you've already told them, I don't know. I don't know what else to say. But I'm pretty sure you do not come across as a person who's going to speak about the blessings, because I know. Because I know my collective. I know the people who tap into my readings or who will eventually tap into my readings. Because as of now, I don't see much views there. But I know that you are not someone who opens up easily. So I don't think so you have anyways told anybody. But be very, 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 very tight lipped about your blessings. Very tight lipped. I can't even stress enough. You will not tell a soul. You will not tell a soul about your blessings. Keep it to yourselves. So, one of the stories when I was little, I'm reminded of how I used to watch. I used to watch Alibaba and 40 Thieves. I think there used to be a serial for Arabian Nights, and there I remember, and I think anybody and most people know the story of 40 Thieves and Alibaba, and we know that how he was tight-lipped when he came across the the um, the huge humongous wealth that he came across. And so if you remember, and I think here with the 7 of Cups, it's actually reminding me of that. And I think it is actually referring to that story itself, because these cards are based on folk tales. So I believe that is one of the indications. Be extremely tight-lipped, and the one you are supposed to protect it from the most is your contemporaries. You do not tell your contemporaries about your blessings. It's okay. Even today, while I was reading a quote on the internet that happiness is heavy to carry. This quote is understood when you get a blessing or when you have something to celebrate for, how you itch to tell someone because you feel that you want to share it and you feel better about it. That's exactly what I'm referring to. Even if it seems heavy to carry, even if you feel that you have no one to share it with, that's perfectly all right. You have your spirit guides, you have God, you have higher self. Just go to God and tell God that be grateful to God that thank you for whatever you've done in my life. However that blessing looks like, just go and tell God. If you want to tell someone, go and tell God, but no soul on this planet should be knowing about this. Very, very, very trusted person, the person who's very trusted. But again, I would suggest just be tight lipped. Okay, so that's one thing that you need to be very careful of. Okay. Now I feel like an older sister saying this, but yeah, that's one of the messages coming through. I have the Nine of Swords and the Queen of Swords in the middle. I feel that you have a lady who has tortured you or who has troubled you a lot. And okay, I also know that this person is themselves extremely tortured. I mean, that old age old what is it called? Adage or something? A saying that hurt people, yada yada nonsense. But whoever this person is, this cruel woman, whoever this Queen of Swords person is in your life, they, well, I can only tell you something, that they do not stand a chance in front of you. They are trying their best, but I am pretty sure you're not there, you're not around. With the Nine of Swords, I see that, honestly, I don't even see you there. All I see is that their manifestation. This person is visualizing something about you or trying to think of you in a very painful light. You're not there. I don't see you there. All I see you there is the Fool energy there, which is a newness, a form of new newfound freedom is there in your soul. I can only see that. This person, however, maybe in the past would have tried to or would have been able to get you into the Nine of Swords energy, and they are again very again they are wishing that they could get you into that energy, but they're not able to. Okay, so let's not pay attention to that energy. I can only tell you one thing, that feminine energies around you, be very careful of the females around you. So no, not a good time to bond with females at the moment. I mean, not saying all the females, but you would know the ones who appear to be sacred and sweet, but you obviously know they do not mean good. And no need to return their meanness, mean spiritedness with politeness or welcome I don't know, welcome drinks or something like that. No need to welcome that kind of a behavior. No need to be sweet to people who are bad to you. No need to be sweet to people who pretend to be good to you just on your face. No need to do that. Okay, so another thing that's coming through is that be be very get yourself, get into a very positive Queen of Swords energy, that you're not gonna take crap from anybody in your life. So that's also there. um Another thing that's coming through is that um now I'm going to tell you something very positive. Now this is something that you don't need to be wary of, but this is something as a part of the message that has come through. So at whatever time you're, I mean, whenever you see this message, 1 year from now or maybe just tomorrow, from the day that I've posted it, whenever you see this message, just remember that help is on the way. Okay, help is on the way, more than it is required. And I will also tell you one thing, in whatever areas of your life you have failed, or you have felt like a failure, or people have tried to bring you down, and basically your gifts, people have tried to demonize them. The things that are good about you, people have tried to unique about you, people have tried to make you feel ashamed of them, just so that you could shrink in one corner. Whatever, uh, whenever you see this, know that if you're not already out of that place, know that your help is around the corner. And in every aspect of your life, help is around the corner. And the amount of assistance from spirit that you're receiving is unimaginable. People don't get that level of help. So you are really somebody who's really special to get that. So be grateful. That is also a result of what kind of a person you are. This is not the time to hide. Now it's the time to get you out of that zone. People have tried to hide you a lot from the world. People have attacked you spiritually, most probably spiritually tried to attack you and prevent your light from being seen from by the world. But you see the Eight of Wands there with the um, the flame, the wand with the flame. You know that that is the amount of light that's going to enter into your life, and everybody is going to see who you are, what are your strengths, what do you stand for, how unique you are, your talents, your gifts, everything. All of it is going to be appreciated. If you have ever started a business and failed at it, this is the time when it's going to flourish. And I think probably this is the blessing that you're getting with the Seven of Cups. It's huge, humongous. The amount of turnover you're going to get in that business, it's going to turn heads. It's going to be turning heads, and I'm really happy for you. So congratulations for that. But uh this is not it's over. Like, all the difficult phases of your life are over. Everything, all kind of pain, different types of pain, people have tried to really rake your life up to pull anything that they could pull to get you into that painful, sad energy. Okay, so I think this I had covered in one of my readings as well, previous readings or before that, that people have tried to, probably you are over something, and then they have again tried to make you, get you into that energy, just to pull your vibration down. So you've healed something completely, probably a breakup or something like that, and then suddenly you feel that same ache and you're like, how, why do I feel it? But I had purged it completely from my system. I had cried, I had journaled, I had emotionally and mentally I was over it. I was pretty much in a stable place with regards to that situation, and then suddenly you would feel that, oh, I'm back into it. Why am I back to square one? No, you're not back to square one. This is somebody manipulating your energy. And what I see from Eight of Swords to Eight of Wands is that the universe is protecting you. This is help. You are getting help at the moment. You are going to get out of the zone. You are there to shine with the Fool and the Moon here. It's like, if you are in the Eight of Swords phase, it's hidden from you at the moment. If you're in the Fool phase and you are already out of it, this is basically the time you start to shine. Help is already there, and now you're out. Now, for some of you who feel that they are in the Fool stage, who feel that they have probably, like, maybe it's been 2 months, 3 months into feeling that you are in a different place in life, you feel the shift, you feel the timeline change, you feel that things around you are shifting, people's perception of you is shifting, it's becoming more in tune with who you really are and not what people, others would want them to believe. So if that shift has already arrived in your life, then I'm going to tell you something very important and significant. You're very connected to your past life. Everybody is, obviously, but this one I feel is related to a time when, well, you had longed for something in your past life and you had lost it. And how do I put it? It's a sad, pretty story. Uh, you had longed for something, you had lost it, and you are going to regain that particular thing in this stage of your life. So, if I have to give you a picture of it, it's like, what happens is, whenever we lose something in some lifetime, we don't immediately and say something is speaks to your heart, something is your soulful desire, say a lover or something along those lines. Okay, what happens is that you don't immediately get that thing in the next lifetime. You first go through the lack of it, and then you get over that feeling. Okay, you go through the lack, you feel the pain, and you get over it. The moment you get over it is when you actually receive it. So to get something, you have to first lose it, and not just lose it in a way that, oh, I don't have it anymore. Lose it in a way where you are going through it. You're feeling every pain, every painful emotion. You feel the pinch of it. And then when you get over that pain, eventually, the moment you get over that pain is when universe blesses you with the same thing. I know it sounds a little bit messed up, but that is what I'm picking up on. You have until this life, until whatever age you are seeing, until from your birth to this, till this time, till this moment, you were only trying to get over the lack of that particular thing, because that lack was bringing you down so much. And because you have gotten over that lack, now that particular belief, that particular dream is unfolding for you. Now you're getting it. And if you, I don't know if you've heard about the story of prodigal son, but I think I'm not able to remember the quote, but I think I don't remember the quote, but it's almost like, okay, I'm not able to remember the quote, but the idea is that you uh, you enter the king. I think it is from that story, that you enter the kingdom of God with knowing. I apologize if I'm butchering the entire story, or the moral is not even from that, but I think there is a moral, there is a story that you enter the kingdom of God with full knowing. So There is something very beautiful that was there in your past life. You didn't know the magnitude of its beauty, its genuineness, its divinity. You had to go through losing it. Basically, you had to lose it, and then you had to eventually realize its importance. It's not, also please note, it's not that you did discredited it in your past life, no, but you didn't have the complete idea of what it exactly is. And now in this lifetime, after going through a lack of it could be anything. It could be a separation from a lover, or it could be um, I'm only seeing love story, but it could be maybe a dream maybe of becoming singing, or becoming a singer or dancer, or anything. It could be anything that, basically anything that calls you, anything that calls you, you feels like your soul calling. So it's like losing it completely, being in the lack completely, and then understanding its importance, getting over it, and now is the time when you're receiving it. At this moment, as I speak, you're receiving it, and it's a very beautiful thing. Whatever it is, it's going to be extremely beautiful in all ways, shape, and form. By beauty, I don't mean just the physical part of it. It's whatever it is, it's going to be very peaceful, very gentle to your soul, and it's not going to ever feel overwhelming. Whatever it is, it's not going to feel overwhelming, and you have longed for it. Your higher self has longed for it for lifetimes. It has longed for it, and you're not, now you're going to get that thing. Okay. um Two of wands, I'll just tell you, you are at the precipice of something. You are either shift, that's what I felt like with the eight of swords and the fool as well, that you've either shifted into the new timeline, or you are at the precipice. You are going to receive help and get out of a situation, either of the two. But the main message of today's main message was to be very wary of um, something, and that is to not announce your blessings, to not tell a single soul about your blessing, especially hide it from miserly people around, because they have a lot of evil eyes on you. Okay, on you particularly. If there is a sibling, please hide your things from your sibling. Please hide. Matlab, sibling is coming very strongly, so please hide. Now, because I just took a card out from another deck, which is a literary witches tarot. It's named that, and it's a big fat deck. Uh, it's it's so fat. See, it's so huge. Okay, so I took a card out for on the same theme, and what I got was, well, this lion. So who should you be? What you should be wary of is a lion. Uh, obviously not a lion. Let me read the card. What I'm seeing here with this card is an old man. I'm getting the energy of a very old man. Okay, and you have to be very wary of this person. Um, this person could be, well, they could they could be Leo born. That's one thing, but more strongly, I am seeing someone who has smaller eyes and they are old. And and they could be a father figure. This person could be a father figure or a grandfather. I don't know who this is. I'm not really feeling the energy, the exact energy of what it is. But I can tell you that this person is dangerous, and you see it in their eyes. They also, you see through this person. You have a person in your eyes, in your family, in your family, and you see through them. You see through the facade they put up. You see through they are two-faced. Somebody is two-faced. Some old man in your life is two-faced. It could be a father figure, grandfather figure, could be an elder brother as well, somebody older to you, definitely. They are two-faced, they have smaller eyes, and they could have very broad nose. Now somebody could just say that I'm seeing and picking up the features of the lion here, but exactly that was the intention, to get something very to the point. That's why I took out these cards, this deck, to get you this message. So, this is it for today's reading. I hope this resonated with you. Um, do tune in next time. Until then, please take care. Bye.